The finger coordination etude is essential for training the fingers to move ahead of the bow, which you need to be able to do for speed. The first bar, you don't have to do anything special. Just normal. The second bar, the goal is to get the finger to change and be ready on the new string while playing the old string. So in slow motion, this requires a little bit of brain construction work, a little bit of brain builder work. So what we can do for a warm-up is we bow on the E string while tapping the first finger on the A string, like so. Repeat this on all the strings. Play the A, tap on the D. Play on D, tap on G. Now to play the second bar, do it very, very slowly because we want clear separation between the movements of the left and right hand in order to develop hand independence. If you're a beginner, your hands are probably used to moving at the same time. The fingers might change with the bow. Now we want them to really change ahead of time for clean playing. So still in slow motion, bar 2, the next step after you can do this, and try to make sure that you're not hitting the E string. If you hear that, that means your finger's hitting the E string, so try to get it to clear the E string completely. So next step, play the E string and go tap, 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 hold, change bow. Big separation between each step. Step 1, step 2, step 3, hold, step 4, change. If you try to go fast, you will cheat yourself and your hands will move together and you won't have gained anything for your time. It's really important to do this slowly with clear separation. Change string. Tap. Hold. Tap. Hold. Speed is not the goal immediately. The goal is coordination. The goal is to organize the sequence of movements. We want this to get to the point where you don't have to think about it. The hand starts to do it on its own. So when you've mastered that, then try as written. Again, going quickly, you'll waste your time. Only go quickly when you've got really, really good separation and independence between the two hands. And hopefully it will entertain you while it messes with your brain. Now, when this is really, really good, rather than starting to go fast immediately, it's much better to go into the third bar, where we do the first to second finger pattern, which sounds like this. So that's first to second finger. So what this looks like now in the preview, you play your second finger on the G string while tapping your first finger on the D string, like this. Try the D and the A string. Play an F sharp and tap your first finger on the A string. Play C sharp, tap your first finger on the E string. Let's try the tap hold. Tap hold. Hold. Tap and hold. Remember, the written pattern is, so I am putting those notes in. Let's try the slow version without the tapping and just straight changing fingers. Finger, hold, finger change, hold. Notice that I'm keeping my second finger down. I'm not lifting it. This will help you for clean slurs. You won't get any messy sounds if you're doing this. So leave that second finger down. Now change. In other words, don't move the second finger until you actually need to move it. The temptation is to move it before, and that will give you messy playing. Now, let's try the backwards version, bar 4. I'm not sure if I did it right that time. Let's do the tapping version. So, we're going to be playing 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. So what we're going to do, tap the second finger on the A string. Hold. Tap. Hold. Change. Notice that my first finger has to move over. Did you see it move? Tap, hold, change. Now move the first finger. Tap, hold, move the first finger. Otherwise, if you don't move the first finger, you'll get... Didn't move the first finger. So just something to watch out for. The second and third and fourth fingers move the same way. Once you can do all of this really well, then it's time to start building some speed. One thing to check for is that the elbow is moving with the string crossings. Hopefully mine was. So the arm needs to be balanced by the elbow swinging as you go. Once you're feeling brave enough, you should definitely do this with the third and fourth finger. Try doing it with only the third and fourth fingers, or try doing it while keeping the first and second fingers down. Both are useful. I think it's easier to start maybe with these two fingers released. You'll want to have them down later on. So this is one of the things that will start to develop the hand for double stop playing. When you're very comfortable with this, then it's a good time to start changing the key or changing the finger pattern. So you might want to try a low first finger and a low second finger. Maybe a low fourth finger. Any finger pattern you like is fine. They're all going to help you. This is a great exercise to do, and you should do it every day right after your ringing note warm-up. The goal is to be able to do it without thinking, and this kind of coordination of the finger movements is something that you need to organize while doing slow practice. Slow practice is not just, I mean, it is slow motion, but it's also the time in your practice when you make decisions about how you're going to do things, including when your fingers should move at certain times. That being said, when you've mastered this exercise, The next thing to do is to begin to apply this technique to your arpeggio practice. The arpeggios are a great place to do it. Something like G major. First finger's down now. Second finger's down. So that every time now that you look at a string crossing, you're going to determine whether your fingers can go down in advance and program that into your practice, because you don't want to be thinking about that. You want it to just happen. And that's what you're going to be doing in slow practice. A first finger arpeggio pattern is good for this as well. If you're not blocking the two strings, if you're just putting your finger on one string, then you'll have to move it over. Move. Sorry, I was thinking dominant seventh. Now my second finger's down. Third finger's down. For very efficient playing. Good luck.